I do not care that some of you guys only watch my videos and you don't watch the show. If we, the watchers, had to suffer through this scene, you have to suffer as well.
Brad has bogey.
Oh, you've got it.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight UK Season 8, Episode 7. Wow, this is going pretty fast. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So I had told you guys in the last video that I was going to do the first impressions of The Intruders. I woke up damn near at like noon today. So we're just gonna wait until The Intruders are actually announced before I then give you guys the rundown of who is who. So we're just gonna hold off for that for now. Jumping into today's episode, we have the couples who are moving in together. Paul and Tasha getting on like a house on fire. He broke the bed. And not for reasons that you think. He was just being a big kid. Roz and Thomas, still very, very awkward. Who else do we have? George has gotten into Peggy's good graces. Happy for her. I hope that lasts. And Nathaniel and Ella finally clear the air.
I shouldn't have called you fake. I shouldn't have called you a showman and all that stuff.
I'm sorry that it came out in that aggressive way because it's not me.
If we keep dwelling on what's happened before, we're not really going to move forward. So, yeah, fresh start from me anyway.
I also told you guys I was going to talk about Nathaniel's video that was posted over the weekend, I think it was, where he was addressing what went wrong in the experiment. He said that he told the experts if he was going to be married with anyone, he would prefer it to be a man. He is pansexual, but he would have preferred to be with a man. I wonder what's the reasoning for that. He also said that if it is a woman, it would have to be an extraordinary woman. I'd hope you'd want an extraordinary man as well, but neither here nor there. It's not my story. He also had the feeling that Ella was already chosen, and so the experts were looking for somebody for Ella rather than looking for somebody for Nathaniel. He also said that he felt as if there was a certain story they were trying to tell regarding Ella and her being transgender. So regardless of how she was handling the marriage, she was never going to get a bad edit because there's a story that they're trying to tell. I can see that. I can buy that. But I'm also thinking this doesn't really exonerate Nathaniel either, because so whenever you were affirming like, no, I am into you, no, I am attracted, I'm just a slow burner, whatever, ideally this wouldn't have been who you wanted to be with. So I don't know. I just had some mixed opinions, but that is Nathaniel's truth of the situation. Portia and Terrence, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention in the previous episode, but these two are on the rocks over a spoon.
Did you just find out if they can give me a serving spoon, please?
I got one in.
It's okay.
I didn't want your spoon.
Yeah, that's said it's fine.
Is that what you consider childish? I didn't want to take it, and that makes me childish.
It's tiring.
I had to cackle when I saw in the comments somebody said, well, a man who does have 3 kids kind of has no choice but to go 50-50. You know what? I never thought about that perspective. Yeah, yeah. They don't agree on a lot of things, but okay, somebody else was saying, girl, there is no potential between them. I feel like logistically, could things work between them? No. But was there potential? Yeah, he wants a Susie homemaker. She wants to be a Susie homemaker. Now, Terrence, if we're being honest, if you want a woman to be wed, bed, and bread, you have to bring home the bread, you know? Like the 50-50 thing doesn't really work if you have that perspective of your wife. Just think about that. I think that feelings were there, and that's kind of the reason why this is all kicking off. Basically, she wanted a spoon from the server. He offered his own spoon. She said no. He called her childish, and now like things have just been a mess. I think it's childish on both ends. The fact that he made the situation what it was. I feel like it didn't have to be like that. Like, you understand Portia's a little bit more high maintenance. She's a little bit more stush. So there's certain things that you say that are going to trigger her. And then also with Portia, like, girl, he's clearly trying to help you out. We understand you have your reservations about him, but like, he's trying. She said the whole honeymoon was great. It was just the last day. I think that she's glossing over some of her own transgressions in this relationship. So we are off to the cocktail hour. The first couple to enter is Jay and Luke, followed by Peggy and George, and Nathaniel and Ella, who are quick to share that there is trouble in paradise.
Hello.
Oh my God!
Didn't really leave the hotel.
Oh, did not? Was it? Oh shit, was it really? Is that?
Not even a kiss, nothing. No kissing, we haven't done anything.
This is where Ella lost me a little bit. I was kind of confused. She said that she's frustrated with the lack of sexual tension, physical attraction, physical advances between them because she's used to people pouncing on her. Now, in Ella's rollout, I swear she said the theme in her dating history is that she's rejected a lot, mainly due to the fact that she's a trans woman. So is it rejection or is it the pouncing? That's where I'm a little bit confused. She also said that, you know, she was going to be really annoyed if they weren't even a little bit affectionate after the honeymoon. I've seen him kiss her in this episode like how many times? Amendment to the statement. The first time where I thought they kissed, he actually kissed her on the cheek. But then after she gave her confession, he did kiss her on the lips. So yeah, I guess at this point they still hadn't kissed. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Next to join the cocktail hour is Laura and Arthur, followed by Portia, who walked in alone.
Babe, where's your hubby? He called me childish for not wanting his spoon.
Sorry?
For not wanting his spoon. I walked out after the movie.
Where's he then?
I don't know where he is.
Humans are so interesting. We are so inclined to want to protect ourselves that when she's telling the story, you can tell she's coloring a specific picture to make Terrence look like the complete villain and to make her look like the victim. Like, I didn't even do anything to deserve this. I don't know what is going on. Now, Portia, come on now. We need to be a little bit introspective. Even the first day, if you guys saw the honeymoon, she was saying, well, this is the life that I tend to live. You know, look at this high class environment that we're in right now. Terrence isn't used to this. Stuff like that is going to get on somebody's nerves after a while. And we know that was not her only offense. So she's missing the context of when she has thrown little digs here and there, and when he threw a dig that she did not like whatsoever, she decided to just paint him as the villain entirely. And I'm like, you kind of played a part. Shona and Brad are next to walk into the cocktail hour, followed by Terrence, who's obviously going to cause a stir.
I know how to conduct myself, so when the time's right, me and Portia have a conversation. Nice to meet you both.
How rude to speak to my friends and not say hi to me.
Yes, that is rude.
Clearly, he doesn't want to way back because this is not the way to win me over.
No, yeah.
This is where I started to realize, oh, they like each other. They actually like each other. And it's sad because the childish antics are coming from both ends. And they're both waiting for the other person to concede. And because they're stubborn, because they're strong-willed, they're not going to, right? She says that before everything went tits up, she actually did like him. And she had growing feelings for him, whatever. And it's the childish comment that set her off. Roz and Thomas show up seemingly happy, but they're finding it hard to, how do I say this? They're finding it hard to keep up the facade that things are going well between them.
It's Roz and Thomas.
Look at them.
He had his arm here, sort of like that old-fashioned, I'm the man, you're the woman. It just looked really uncomfortable.
Slow burn, slow burn. Okay. But are you into her? Yeah, she's gorgeous, yeah. Okay. So I just have to see it.
Oh, you've been shagging?
No.
Shagging? No.
Okay.
I've been struggling to get a cuddle, I have.
These two are in desperate need of intimacy week because They can't even hold hands without looking uncomfortable. They were linking arms and it looked uncomfortable. The other couples felt it. The experts felt it. Like, you spent all this time with this person and even linking arms just looks uncomfortable. When they moved into the apartment, he was like, oh, this bed looks kind of small. Yeah, these two need help. Tasha and Paul are last to walk in, if I'm not mistaken, and their connection is undeniable.
Day one.
Yeah, literally from day one, we were like so compatible and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, isn't that refreshing to hear?
The blog got to my head sometimes, they went somewhere else. What about you guys?
I'm obsessed. I love him.
What's a man to do?
You love him.
Oh, you love him?
It's the sense that we're the #1 couple, you know, almost wearing their physical intimacy like a badge.
I am with the experts on this one. I think that Tasha and Paul do look organic, and as much as they have almost the same level of intimacy being displayed as Shona and Brad definitely look like they're peacocking. They definitely look like they're trying to put on this front, like, look at us, things are so great, things are so amazing, like the PDA is OD. Even if I was in a long-term relationship with somebody, actually that's probably why you have the more PDA stuff at the beginning. But still, even if you chose your own partner and you had those strong feelings for them, I don't think a lot of people would display it in this way. So it does feel to me like Shona and Brad are trying to prove a point. I hope that's not the motivation and that they truly just are so enamored by each other, because it's going to be a hard fall when things go left. At the dinner portion of the night, Thomas and Ross talk about how their connection is still just friendly at this point. And Laura makes a comment which set Portia off.
I feel like I keep saying friendship and he was like, stop saying.
So I don't mind calling it a friendship, but if you're calling it a friendship so early on, it's like, okay, friend zone.
At least you don't hate to be around each other.
It was that statement that Laura just made. At least you don't hate to be around each other.
How you doing? You right?
Good day. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you.
You know, these two are big people. Big parents even. She is what, 35 and he's 40? Big people. She has a 3-year-old. He has 3 kids. And y'all are acting like her 3-year-old. I don't understand what's going on. This is such a shame. Okay, maybe you guys aren't compatible. Maybe you guys aren't getting along, but like, you can at least be cordial. She's gonna scoot over when he sits beside her. She's gonna get up and go sit somewhere else. And then to make matters worse, her whole thing has been, he just needs to apologize. He needs to apologize. He needs to apologize. Okay, Terrence finally bites the bullet and he says, you know what? Let's have a conversation, not in front of people. Let's sit aside and do it. She stonewalls him.
Let me talk to you for a second.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, away from the table.
Oof. She's just blanked him.
I want Portia to be all the way for real and tell us, how is anybody supposed to deal with this situation? You ask for somebody to apologize. Here he is trying to apologize. You stonewall him, and then you're going to be mad that he doesn't apologize. What is he supposed to do? What is I'm so confused. I don't understand. Portia, girl, come on, be for real. Like, I hate to side with Terrence. I really hate to side with him. But it's looking very much like he's the one who has a better grasp of what's going on here. Like, Portia is being childish. Hate to break it to you. Ella decides to address the table and let them know that she is transgender.
Guys, Ella has something that she would like to talk to you all about.
When I was born, I appeared very different to how I do today. We all have struggles in life. Most people just never have to question their identity or their gender. And all I want to do is be seen and treated as the girl that I am, finally.
Well done, yeah.
Everyone received the news of Ella being transgender very well. They were all very supportive of her. It looked like Laura was about to cry. The one showing the most support was Nathaniel. So I'm confused because in the video that I was talking about before, he had said he eventually leaves. And so I'm wondering where things went wrong, because he looked so supportive. Like, they were holding hands in the car on the way to the dinner party. They've been kissing. They've been affectionate. Like, yeah, Yeah, it's sad that things didn't work out because it looks like there was potential there. Now, Peggy, obviously having seen that there's a lot of tension between Portia and Terrence, is talking to Terrence, basically encouraging him to try to reconcile things with Portia. But it's Portia who's not letting him.
I'm curious what Portia wants Terrence to do.
Poor Terrence.
He's like horrible.
Yeah.
It's tough.
No, I see you're upset, so respectfully, I come to make sure you're all right.
No,
That's
not
the truth.
okay. Come and say hello to my friends and then purposely ignore me. That was high school.
On my life, it wasn't a spiteful move.
I can't see what I have done towards you to warrant such disrespect. I didn't even want to talk to you today. I don't even know why you came over.
Can't win.
Because, like, your attitude is actually disgusting.
How are you going to throw a fit saying, I just want him to apologize? Then he wants to apologize. And you either stonewall him or you react in a rude way. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do, babe? Like, I feel like at this point, what would have been best is for her to admit that she actually did have feelings for him and she didn't expect to have feelings for him. And I'm even frustrated. And at the top of it, she didn't expect to be hurt by somebody that she was falling for. I think at the root, this is where her issue is. And I know that it's unlikely for you to fall for somebody who doesn't really fit the archetype of what you were looking for. But the fact of the matter is it was happening and it took you off guard. And now you're even frustrated with yourself. Like, how could I fall for somebody who then treated me like an idiot? I get that. It's a tough pill to swallow. Trust me. I've been there. Okay. But acceptance is the first step. All right. This woman then wants to leave the conversation with Terrence without having it being resolved, go back to the table and then air out his entire business in front of the whole table.
Come over to me just to tell me that it's all my fault. I deserve to be told I'm dramatic when I'm trying to like resolve a conflict with my husband. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Why are you coming over? I'm really not okay, and I just don't even want to do the drama.
Girl, no. She says she's a woman of respect and integrity. This is all over a damn spoon. A spoon. Y'all, get it together. Big people. Big people. This is embarrassing. Anyways, tomorrow is the first commitment ceremony. It seems like a lot of stuff are going to get aired out. It seems like Thomas doesn't make any sense because did Thomas say Roz doesn't even look at him? So he's still running with this whole like, oh, she's the one who's, they're so weird. I don't get them out of here. Get them out. Maybe the intruders are really necessary because Ella's not going to be with somebody real soon. Thomas and Roz, they're not going to get it together. Who else is struggling? Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.